Hello guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about Winter Classic since it is of occasion. There is the Winter Classic between the Rangers and the Sabres today. I'm going to be talking about, is it a good thing or a bad thing for everybody involved? Now there have been 9 Winter Classics in total, not counting outdoor games and not counting the Rangers versus Sabres game today. There's been 5 teams in the league that haven't had an outdoor game or a Winter Classic game. That is the Stars, the Panthers, Coyotes, Hurricanes, and Lightning. Now, there is a few surprises on the list, and a few no surprises, like the Coyotes. They're probably not going to get a Winter Classic game, ever. But, like, you see the Stars, and, like, you're maybe like, I really want to see Stars at Minnesota for, like, a Stars versus Wild game. That would just, like, print money, guys. Come on. And Lightning maybe face, like, Montreal, like, once in a while. I don't know. Something like, the Lightning really don't have any rivalries, really, but the Stars do. They could go against the Blackhawks. That's really the only other time I'd like the Blackhawks to play in the Winter Classic, to be honest with you. And there's good opportunities for like teams like the Stars and the Lightning, but they haven't really gotten there. They kind of loaded out some teams there like the Blackhawks and the Penguins because they won those Stanley Cups, because they're popular, and because a lot of bandwagons are still on that bandwagon, and they want to see their team. This NHL is going to go for them and going to give them Winter Classic appearances, which is fair, to be honest. I can't really debate whether that's a good business move, because it is. Now, Winter Classics and outdoor games, all of this is just really about the money. There is really no other reason, I guess you could say, besides like the sentimental value, but it's really all about the money to sell the jerseys, which I will get into, and all the tickets. Winter Classics sell usually more tickets because they have bigger stadiums and bigger fan amounts to go to it, and it's also bigger than regular season games. So there's a lot more ticket sales, and I keep hearing that like in outdoor games and all of this that the concessions really do raise, which is understandable. People are usually, in most games, people are usually frozen to their seats, so they won't even bother concessions, but whatever. They're usually higher, though, and, I mean, the jerseys are fantastic. I mean, this Detroit Red Wings Winter Classic is probably my favorite jersey of all time. And you got the Blues Winter Classic, which is probably second of all time, in my opinion, which, like, they create some beautiful jerseys for the Winter Classic, and it's better to create great jerseys because you get more jersey sales usually if you create a good jersey. So they're rushing to make good jerseys for the Winter Classic, and they keep doing it. They keep making great Winter Classic jerseys and outdoor game jerseys, and it just produces sales, and guys like me have to keep buying them. Now, in some certain games, especially the World Junior Classic USA versus Canada, that game was super snowy in Buffalo, and it was just completely ruining the play of ice. And in some certain cases, like, the snow has just been, like, treacherous, and this ice has gotten really bad really quickly because of the snow, and it just keeps piling on. And a lot of these instances are just snow piling on. That is a factor since you're going outdoors, but still, you gotta be somewhat aware of that. And it definitely creates some downtime because guys have to come out and get the snow. It's just a waste of time for a lot of people, and especially the fans sitting in the seats, like they're just waiting to see some hockey. And some don't even see the hockey. Some are so far back that they can barely see it, especially if it's snowing hard, and it's like you can barely see through the snow. So some fans don't even get to see the game all that much, and that definitely sucks. And they can barely see it, so it doesn't really even matter at that point. So, like, the tickets are basically useless. Another thing, if you're playing in MLB stadiums or football stadiums, the proportions aren't really quite there yet, quite ever there. Put a hockey rink in there and have it so like all fans can get a decent seat, it's only really going to happen in basketball and NHL stadiums, where you can have all fans proportioned, where they can all see the seats, not equally, but at least decently. And MLB stadiums just aren't really working that way, especially. Football stadiums are about it, but they're okay. But MLB stadiums definitely don't work. This next one is going to be Citi Field. I'm still interested to see how that works, but it doesn't really work sometimes, and it really leaves some fans angry because they can't see the game. And I've also heard from a lot of people that camera angles during these Winter Classic games and outdoor games are really just terrible at sometimes. Like, maybe, like, they don't have the cameraman crew to do it because sometimes they're out of town. There isn't just enough people to do it, but sometimes the camera angles are just wonky and just all over the place, and it's really inconsistent, especially with Winter Classic games, because they aren't really set up to be made for just going to that one place in like an MLB stadium, to be honest. Like, it isn't they don't have a lot of cameras to set up in the infield, for instance. They have some, but like already set up for the MLB. But for NHL, they have to set up all these new cameras and stuff like that. So it definitely is a hassle to get even somewhat decent camera quality. But like, it's just not made for hockey. These MLB stadiums that have all the cameras set up, it's just not made for hockey, and that definitely just makes it wonky at times, and it really isn't fit for it. If you really do care about the financial situation with the NHL, you are happy with Winter Classics. They do provide a lot of money for the NHL. They really are quite a lucrative thing with jerseys, tickets, and all that I mentioned before. But the NHL makes a lot of money from these, a lot of money from just the outdoor games and attractions, that it really does help them. So, I guess it helps. That's going to do it today, guys. If you guys enjoy it, make sure to like. If you guys really enjoy it, make sure to subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy the Winter Classic today. I'll probably be watching it, to be honest. But I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.